online hackathon for innovative tech ideas that will thrive in the post-COVID-19 world. SRIIH 2021 is an effective platform for exploration and brainstorming by undergraduate and postgraduate students who have the positive inclination in translating their scientific knowledge into technology for people. It's a 48 hours non-stop project development, completion, and submission procedure. It will offer unique opportunities for the participants to work as a team, exchange ideas, thought, work ethics, etc., and work and collaborate on projects with varied skilled individuals and learn from others' strengths. In view of the COVID-19 pandemic, this edition of Self-Reliance based Intelligent India Hackathon 2021 will be held via an online forum, thereby avoiding the gathering of people in one location. Both stakeholders will be digitally linked through the online portal to promote the access to the event and preserve the legacy of the effect of SRIIH on the Indian innovation process. Sir.
Thank you, Professor Motushi Singh.
Welcome, sir.
So we would like to tell the objectives of this self-reliance based Intelligent India Hackathon. And the first one would be to provide a platform to nurture the cutting edge technology and scientific approach. Next would be to generate high value, actionable business ideas and product concepts. Then we need to boost the innovation culture and further establish the idea sharing, effective collaboration, and creativeness driven by the enthusiasm towards and to motivate the youth about science and technology as instrument for achieving self-reliance in socio-economic development. So as we already are aware of the dates, that is from 29th to 31st of January 2021, and this is through an online platform connecting all stakeholders virtually. And this year, the theme for this SRIIH 2021 is Post-COVID-19 Future World. Ma'am.
So, in this hackathon, the team formation will be like each team consists of 2 to 6 students and 2 mentors. And the selection process is like post-idea submission process. The ideas will be evaluated obviously by the experts and the juries. And the evaluation criteria will include knowledge of the idea, complexity, clarity, and details in the prescribed format, feasibility, practicability, sustainability, scale of impact, user experience, and potential for future work progression. Will be like it's a 48 hours non-stop project development, completion, and submission procedure.
And I would like to reiterate about the problem statement. Each participating team decides which category to innovate in SRIIH 2021. Ideas should be tech-enabled, typically apps, software, and hardware-based. Examples, but not limited to, physical and mental health care, mobile application for COVID-19, disaster response, e-classroom and office, a new horizon, agriculture and rural development, e-market and work opportunities, one-stop e-governance and public awareness, one-stop solution for cross-disciplinary activities, one-stop app-based FMCG services, modified info entertainment. And the prize money for the top 3 ideas overall, the first prize would be an amount of rupees 20,000. The second prize would be an amount of rupees 15,000. And the third prize would be an amount of rupees 10,000. And the top 20 teams announced.
The academic collaborators. Computer Society of India, Kolkata chapter feels proud to organize the first national hackathon on self-reliance-based Intelligent India Hackathon SRIIH 2021 in association with JIS Group Educational Initiatives during January 29 to 31st, 2021. So the theme of this hackathon is post-COVID-19 future world.
Well, and about the stakeholders. So we will have basically four stakeholders: the lead coordinators, the vertical leads, the participating student teams, as well as the evaluators. The lead coordinators, SRIH has set up a team of lead coordinators who will remain available throughout the hackathon and enable smooth running of the hackathon. The vertical leads for each of the 10 topic verticals will have one vertical lead who will communicate directly to the students under said vertical only. One or two verticals may be merged with a vertical due to lack of prosperous projects. He or she will be reporting to the lead coordinator and can act as in charge of that vertical. About the participating students team, each team should include at least 2 students and at most 6 students and appoint one team lead. 2 faculty mentors will be taking care of the students per student team and provide guidance. About the evaluators, a team of experienced experts evaluates each team 3 times during the hackathon. Ma'am.
Thank you, sir. So officially, we are starting our Hackathon 2021, SRIH 2021 today. And I welcome you all to this event. And now I would like to request Dr. Jyoti Sekhar Banerjee, the convener of SRIIH 2021, to deliver the welcome address. Sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, please.
Thank you. A very good morning to one and all present here. Respected Chief Guest Professor Saikat Maitra, Vice-Chancellor MAKAUT West Bengal, Chief Patron of SRIIH 21, Professor Kumar Sanyal, Vice-Chancellor University of Kalyani, Professor Atal Chaudhuri, Vice-Chancellor Veer Surendra University of Technology, Odisha, Professor Dr. Dipti Prasad Mukherjee, Acting Director, Indian Statistical Institute, Kolkata, Professor Dr. Bansidhar Majhi, Director, IIITDM, Kanchipuram, Dr. Banerjee, former Vice-Chancellor, Besu, Shipur, Chairman IST West Bengal Section, Professor Dr. A. Damodaran, Professor CSE JNTU, former Vice-Chancellor Sri Venkateshwara University, Tripura, Professor A.K. Nayak, Advisor IIITDM and former President Computer Society of India, Professor Dr. R.T. Goswami, Director Techno International Newtown, Dr. J.K. Mondol, Chairman Technical Committee SRIIH 21, former Chairman CSI Kolkata Chapter, Chairman IT Kolkata Center, all mentors, vertical leads, evaluators, the MC, NC, and staff members of CSI Kolkata Chapter, and my dear students. Hope all of you are maintaining good health and spirit during this COVID-19 pandemic situation. Myself, Professor Dr. Jyoti Sekhar Banerjee, take this privilege to welcome all our respected delegates, distinguished judges, dear faculties all over India, beloved student on the very first day of first National Online Hackathon on Self-Reliance based Intelligent India Hackathon 2021, organized by the Computer Society of India, Kolkata chapter, in association with JET Educational Initiatives. It's our sheer joy to thank each and every one of you for being present here with us, and we are proud to organize such an auspicious event in our city of joy. During this COVID and post-COVID online world, when, am I audible, has become a buzzword, CSI Kolkata chapter has attempted to organize its first national online hackathon, where students, the young minds, and the innovative minds will get the opportunity to showcase their technical skill, for solving a variety of problems for the post-COVID-19 world. As a prelude, I would like to inform all of you, as a prelude to this SRIIH 21, a logo design competition was organized initially on 10th November 2020. The winner was Miss Juhi Shukla from Banaras Hindu University, which is presently known as IITBHU. You will be glad to know that more than 500 participants across the country are going to demonstrate their technological abilities to build the prototype of their proposed model during this hackathon. Before we get started, I must acknowledge the true cooperation of JIS Group Educational Initiatives, the academic collaborator of this hackathon. Megatherm Electronics Private Limited as the platinum sponsor of this event, and the Research Institute CDAC Kolkata as the gold sponsor of this event. Let me express my sincere appreciation for the splendid performance of the members of CSI Kolkata chapter, vertical leads, evaluators, mentors, and last but not the least, dear students, you have put up extremely extraordinary performance in carrying out the project work, staying back home during this tough time. A special mention, that is the first national hackathon where 3 dignified keynote speakers. I'm again telling you a special mention. This is the first time in any hackathon organized in India, 3 dignified keynote speakers will be addressing their valuable knowledge onto the 3 different days on AI in data science, combating COVID-19, intellectual property rights, innovation, how they can frame their project into proper patenting, etc. in this keynote session. So, in this continuous process of learning, my dear students, you will be acquainted with further knowledge to enrich your experience. Well, actually, I don't want to take too much of your time as a galaxy of stalwarts are waiting to address you. Thank you so much and welcome you all heartily once again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Professor Abhishek Das is here. Yeah. Sir.
Thank you, Dr. Jyoti Sekhar Banerjee, the convener of SRIIH 21, for illuminating us with the details going on this hackathon. Next, I will like to request Dr. Aniruddha Nag, the chairman of CSI Kolkata chapter, to deliver the presidential address. Sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Good morning and welcome. It gives me great pleasure to speak to you this morning, to welcome you most cordially at the official opening of the first National Hackathon on Self-Reliance based Intelligent India Hackathon SRIIH 2021. This is the first time CSI Kolkata chapter is organizing such a mega event which will run non-stop 48 hours. Our theme, Post-COVID-19 Future World. I welcome our chief guest, Professor Saikat, Vice-Chancellor of MAKAUT University, Professor Kumar Sanyal, Vice-Chancellor of Kalyani University, Professor Damodar, former Vice-Chancellor, Venkateshwara University, Professor Atal Chaudhuri, Vice-Chancellor, Veer, Surendra University, Professor Bansidhar Majhi, Director, IIITDM, Kanchipuram, Dr. Banerjee, former Vice-Chancellor, Basic, Professor Dr. Dipti Mukherjee, Acting Director, Indian Statistical Institute, Professor A.K. Naik, one of the Director and Chief Advisor of IIITDM, Professor R.T. Goswami, Director, Techno International, and our very own program chair, Dr. J.K. Mondol, past chairman CSI and chairman IT, and our mentors, faculties, dignitaries, guests, students, all are welcome. Let me tell you, Computer Society of India is a body of computer professionals in India. It was started on 6th March 1965 by a few computer professionals and has now grown to be the national body representing computer professionals. It has 72 chapters across India, 511 student branches, and more than 1 lakh members. The Computer Society of India is a non-profit professional made to exchange views, information, learn, and share ideas. The wide spectrum of members is committed to the advancement of theory and practice of computer engineering, technology system, science and engineering, information processing, and related arts and sciences. The society also encourages and assists professionals to maintain integrity, competence of the profession, and fosters a sense of partnership amongst members. Besides the activities held at the chapters and student branches, the society also conducts periodic conferences, seminars, etc. A hackathon, also known as a hack day, hack fest, datathon, or code fest. A portmanteau of hackathon marathon is a designed spirit-like event often in which computer programmers and others involved in software development, including graphic designs, interface designers, project managers, domain experts, and others collaborate intensively on software projects. As you know, the word hackathon is a portmanteau of the words hack and marathon, where hack is used in the sense of exploratory programming, not its alternate meaning, as a reference to breaching computer security. Starting in the mid of late 2000s, hackathons become significantly more widespread and began to be increasingly viewed by companies and venture capitalists as a way to quickly develop new software technologies and to locate new areas for innovation and funding. Some hackathons are intended only for programmers within a certain demographic group, like teenagers, college students, or women. Hackathons at colleges have become increasingly popular in the United States and elsewhere, now in India also. These are usually annual or semi-annual events that are open to college students at all universities. They are often competitive with awards provided by the university or programming-related sponsors. Many of them are supported by the organizations Major League Hockey, which was founded in 2013 to assist with the running of collegiate hackathons. Before closing, I have to extend further thanks to our sponsors, GIS Group, CDAM, and Megathon Electronics Private Limited, who greatly helped in organizing this hackathon. First, our predecessors, our friends from CSI Kolkata chapter, who provided us with a lot of extremely useful information about the pitfalls associated with such mega events. Let me ask Professor Jyoti Sekhar to forward our thanks to them. Secondly, we are indebted to all dignitaries who are present with us to share their enormous experiences. Let me now close by wishing you a delightful and stimulating non-stop 48 hours hackathon. Over to Professor Dr. Abhishek.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your nice speech. Now we are having with us the Vice-Chancellor of Maulana Abul Kalam Azad University of Technology, Professor Saikat Maitra. So I would like to request sir to deliver his speech as chief guest. Sir.
Oh, thank you and good morning to all.
Good morning, sir.
I can see some of my colleagues and members of my fraternity who are present over here. Dr. Manush Sanyal, Vice-Chancellor of Kalyani University. Then my friend Dr. J.K. Mondal. And I can see also some of the names that I have now heard that Dr. Banerjee is also present over here. He is also having this a significant and formidable relationship with me. And then there are many others, particularly from Computer Society of India. But this problem in this virtual platform is most of the times we cannot see the face, and we cannot know whether the persons at the other end are really present or not. So I can see the name of Dr. Naik, Dr. Kundu, and Professor Majhi is here. So many names are I have been watching. So this is a great occasion because of the fact that recently we had also organized a hackathon, and this is creating what is my first-hand experience is that now a tremendous amount of enthusiasm amongst our learning community, particularly these young students. And this is important in this context, a COVID-related context, where when the students are getting opportunities to express their innovative and imaginative and creative ideas, they are making best use of it. That I have seen. And this is one of the good endeavor and great endeavor from Computer Society of India, GIS groups, and all other stakeholders who are associated with it. And I believe that here also at this hackathon also this level of enthusiasm which I have seen earlier, that can be this that may be reached to a new height. Now regarding this this importance of organizing this hackathon is, you see, we need to look at this world through the eyes of our youngsters, our new generation, because the world is changing very fast. And whatever these existing practices which we were following and we are following right now, maybe within a short span of time, that will be vanished, and new form of these opportunities and scope of applications will arise in new format, new forms, and many things we are not in a position to visualize because of our myopic vision, because of our this preset ideas and orthodox mindset. But there lies this biggest this potential amongst our young generation, future generation, along with artificial evolution of artificial intelligence over the last few years and last few decades. I personally have seen there is a phenomenal growth in biological intelligence and natural intelligence too. And today's young generation, the level of intelligence is exceptional. So they can foresee, they can this imagine certain things which we cannot. And opportunities are coming in a new format. Today, if you probably have, all of you have seen a newspaper. In India, one of the Indian companies started, this 5G network application. And this is a historic event now. Because of this 5G networks, because of the IoTs, because of this edge computing, a further transformation, a massive transformation, reformation, and disruption is going to happen. And abundant opportunities are, going to be developed. There's a high-speed data streaming. This unimaginable, this data streaming capacity, which will be increasing many fold. And because of this use of this edge computing, cloud computing is always there. Edge computing is emerging in a formidable manner because IoTs, and all these things are creating these tremendous opportunities, new opportunities. Each and every spheres that will be impacted, each and every field that will be impacted by the phenomenal, these revolutions which have been happening in the world of computer science and information technology. Our, this industry is being transforming to industry, has already been started taking the transformation to industry 4.0 with a chronology of 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, and last is 4.0. Make the steam engine, then electrical, electronics, computer, and last and latest is this massive, this intervention of artificial intelligence. And this industry 4.0, this maturity level, that will happen now. And then it will move further, maybe towards industry 5.0 in the format of more personalization, customization. But the point is, this is the right time to look at all in each and every aspect to unleash the hidden potential or untapped potentials which are existing there. In industrial sectors, in service sectors, in educational sectors, in administrative sectors, each and everywhere. I am being, being still a person of, I like to describe myself as a digital immigrant, and persons belong to previous century. I am seeing abundant opportunities, and I am confident that my next generation, these youngsters of it, this young India, they are seeing more, this abundance in opportunities and scope for applications of their, these ideas. And I believe that as our major strength is this new generation population. And because of this technology revolution is creating abundance of opportunities, this is the right time to get all these things connected. These are a time for, this collaborative intelligence. This is a time for massive integrations, networking of all the potentials which are existing. And these youngsters, this young generation, undoubtedly, they are going to take the leadership in taking this country forward. So I believe that ubiquitous, exceptional, these ideas, these which hitherto unimaginable, that will be developed by this churning of these processes, by these exercises. And at the end of the day, we will be, this overwhelmed, seeing the level of, these solutions which have been generated by this young generation. But this, my suggestion is, we need to, make it sustainable, make these practices of organizing hackathons, developing, encouraging these young minds to get connected with others also. Because you see, this is the time of, this collaboration or, the synergistic development of synergistic, the strength. You alone, we can see as a person being, we can see as a subject on object from a particular perspective, but this is a time for looking at each and everything from 360-degree perspectives. And unless from different background, people from different background, they're combining together. This may not possible. Solution will be there, but the solution will be formidable. And no solution is unique, and no solution is ultimate. There is still scope of improvement. So with this, I believe this hackathon will be a tremendous successful event, and there will be lots of these solutions, suggestions will be coming forward. And I like to congratulate again Computer Society of India, GIS groups, and all all are associated, all these mentors, advisors who are associated for making this event successful. And I wish to see the outcome of this event when this entire program will be completed from the organizer. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Saikat Moitra, Honorable Vice-Chancellor, MAKAUT, West Bengal. Now I will request Professor Manosh Kumar Shanna, Honorable Vice-Chancellor, University of Kalyani, to deliver the speech. He is also the Chief Patron of SRIIH 21 and very closely associated with Computer Society of India, Kolkata chapter. Sir. Professor Manosh Kumar Shanna, sir.
Good morning, Professor Saikat Moitra, Vice-Chancellor, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad University of Technology, West Bengal. Dr. Aniruddha Nag, Chairman, Computer Society of India, Kolkata chapter. Professor Dr. A. Damodaram, former Vice-Chancellor, Sri Venkateswara University, Tirupati. Professor Atal Chaudhuri, Vice-Chancellor, Veer University of Technology, Odisha. Professor Dr. Vaishnodhar Majhi, Director, IIITDM. Dr. Banerjee, former Vice-Chancellor, BESU, Professor Dr. Dipti Prasad Mukherjee, Acting Director, ISI Kolkata, Professor A.K. Nag, Advisor, IIITDM, and former President, Computer Society of India, Professor Dr. R.T. Goswami, Director, Techno International, Newtown, my colleague Professor J.K. Mandal, Chairman, Technical Committee, Dr. Jyoti Sekhar Banerjee, Convenor, distinguished invited guests, participants, ladies and gentlemen. I am honored to be here, to be joining this distinguished group of participants and speakers on self-reliance based intelligent India hackathon organized by the Computer Society of India, Kolkata chapter, in association with JIS Group. I have a great deal of involvement with this program from very beginning as a committee member of this program. Today, I am really happy to be present here, not only as the Vice-Chancellor of Kalyani University, but also for my long association with the entire team of this event. I was also a member of the judges for logo competition, I remembered, of this event. We have critically examined all the logos, and I realized that the participating students have immense talent and the power of expressing their ideas and visions. I am impressed by the passion of the participants. I have also seen the involvement of senior members of the Computer Society of India, like Dr. D.P. Sinha, Dr. Shubimal Kundu, and others. You will agree with me that merely educating and providing skill is not only sufficient. Applications of your knowledge and skills and contributing to the nation's building process as a model citizens is our proper duty. This program will help the students immensely who have participated here, particularly from engineering background. They will share their innovative ideas with friends and experts in this area. So it will create an academic innovative platform for the new generation who will receive proper guidance from the experts. I hope this online hackathon will significantly contribute to an atmosphere of free exchange of ideas, develop new dimension of research, collaborative projects, and encourage students for better interaction. I take this opportunity to convey my thanks to Computer Society of India, Kolkata chapter, for their constant effort to make the program successful. I especially thanks to Dr. Jyoti Sekhar Banerjee for his tremendous contribution of this program. I also convey my thanks to Dr. Aniruddha Nag, Chairman CSI, Saurav Chakraborty, Vice Chairman, Dr. Devashish De, Secretary, Professor J.K. Mandal, Dr. Gautam Hajra, and Dr. Kanchipuram of Bangalore University, Dr. Surendra Mukherjee, to make this program successful. I also acknowledge the contribution of constant advice of our senior members like Mr. D.P. Sinha, Mr. Shubimal Kundu, Dr. Subrata Rai Chaudhuri, Dr. Falguni Mukherjee, and other senior members. I also appreciate the enthusiasm of the participants who have joined this online program from different parts of the country. I wish a grand success of this hackathon program. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. So our next speech will be delivered by Professor Dr. Dipti Prasad Mukherjee, Acting Director, Indian Statistical Institute, Kolkata, and the former Regional Vice President, Region 2, Computer Society of India, to deliver his speech. Sir.
Good morning, and
yes, sir.
Well, first let me correct myself and yours that I'm currently the Deputy Director of the Indian Statistical Institute. I was acting director a few months back. Anyway, good morning, and it is very encouraging to see that a large number of students are participating in a competition like this. And somehow, I mean, this gives us a strong sense of hope that probably we are going in the right direction in encouraging students to participate in such a project-based competition where they should be able to think, innovate, and may come up with some brilliant ideas. And in fact, in some of these, some of the research funding agencies rule what they call as a log scale funding system. Even if there are 100 projects to work on, and one can come out of that as to be the winner, both in ideas and innovation scale, I think surely all of us will be benefited out of that. I'm kind of new to the concept of hackathon, but the idea that I liked is that that there will be a competition and a group of students will be working together. Our so-called engineering education system should give encouragement for project-based participation. But what I would particularly like to stress in these field is that that some multidisciplinary or interdisciplinary challenges or the team should come out in the sense that a group from biology may be collaborating with a group of computer scientists or students, or similarly in different other domains. So overall, I think it's a very good initiative, and for Computer Society of India to venture into organizing such an event is very encouraging, and I sincerely hope that at least we can get one bright spark out of these hackathon process. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Professor Mukherjee. Next, I will request Professor Atal Chaudhuri, Vice-Chancellor, Veer Surendra Sai University of Technology, Burla, Odisha, and also Senior Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Jadavpur University, Kolkata, to deliver the speech. Sir.
Good morning to all the dignitaries present, organizers, facilitators, judges, and the participants. I really feel privileged to be present in this inaugural ceremony of Self-Reliance based Intelligent India Hackathon 2021. Hackathon is a new concept adopted in recent past to bring different ideas and concepts of young mind to application. The outcome and effectivity of such hackathons is well proven. The frequency of such events has increased a lot in near past. I am pleased to see that CSI Kolkata chapter, where we worked a lot 10-15 years before also, has also engaged themselves to give such platform for the young buds to come up with their novel ideas for possible benefit for the society at large. The theme, post-COVID-19 future world, is really praiseworthy and need of the time. I wish every success of this event and sure that some effective ideas will come out after 2 days event. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your inspiring speech. Now, I would like to request Professor Dr. Bansidhar Majhi, Director IIITDM Kanchipuram, and Professor NIT Rourkela to deliver his speech. Sir.
Very good morning to all of you.
Good morning,
And at the outset, I thank the organizers for inviting me to this particular event. Honorable Professor Saikat Mitra, the Vice-Chancellor of the Maulana Abdul Kalam University of Technology, West Bengal. Professor Sanyal, Vice-Chancellor of University of Kalyani, West Bengal. Dr. Damodaran from my old friend from the earlier Vice-Chancellor of Venkateswara University. Professor Chaudhuri, my colleague, my mentor rather I say also. And Professor Banerjee, with whom I have also worked in different occasions. Professor Mukherjee from the Deputy Director, I say Kolkata. Professor Nag, then Goswami ji. And Professor Mandal is a good friend of mine. And we have the convener of this event, Jyoti Banerjee, and all other people, those who are associated directly or indirectly with this particular event. In fact, at the very outset, I wish all the panel members as well as the student participants a very new year 2021, and wish all of us should come out of this present pandemic which we are passing through. Almost 1 year we have completely confined to our own houses, working online, whatever we do, but working together is a different charm, different perspective. So let us hope that all of it should come out of this. Coming back to this event, I congratulate all the CSI members of the Kolkata, starting from the President Aniruddha Nag and his team for, in fact, conducting such a large-scale event in spite of the pandemic. And I know that it is a very big challenge because convening in person is a different thing, and convening in online is a different thing. I know there are a lot of challenges, but I was passing through these brochures and these things, whatever they have laid down, very systematically done. I would just like to address, because all of us are acquainted with the hackathon, like it is a event which we continuously, the team works on a particular theme. And at the end of the day, they stress themselves to come out with a prototype, come out with an idea, or to lead to a project which can be further extended to a large scale product. It takes few hours, because earlier it was only considered to be like exploring the programming and other things, but the things has gone much beyond now. The hackathon has become a part of every research organizations, or even I'll come back when I will talk about it. It is going to become a part of the curriculum. Some hackathon takes hours, some take days, some takes weeks, but depending upon the problem. And I'll tell you that when a team works together and they work under a certain pressure, but we always say that pressure is bad for the people, but I will say that a little bit pressure, a peer pressure, is always pushes your performance to a larger extent. Too much pressure leads to the fatigue, but a little bit pressure, all of us know that when we work with a deadline, when we work with a particular theme, with a particular objective or a goal, and always see that goal that it has to be achieved, a peer pressure develops, and we stretch ourselves, and frankly, it comes out, it brings out the best potential from your own inner self. And students, in fact, attending a hackathon is a good way to grow your potential, and as well as it will help you in your professional network and show off your talents in the future prospective employers. And at the same time, I request all of you, even if I've told it is a little bit pressure, but enjoy it like a party where people are assembled together and sharing ideas, sharing their own potential. So try to push your potential to others, show it to or explain it to others, at the same time gain from the other's potential. And definitely, I'm sure, like these are the platforms where students learn much beyond from their own classrooms, either from a theory course or from a laboratory course, which they study in their curriculum. And in this kind of platforms, they push themselves better and to learn from the peers, from the literature, from the fellow friends. And students should attend these kind of hackathons, not from the perspective of winning a prize or I should be successful. It is the best learning platform where you get other people working, you see other people pushing, and working together, that itself is a big pleasure. And you meet people here, work under a little bit pressure, and which is nothing but the key to the success. Others' opinions. When you want to see that your opinion should be accepted, you accept others' opinion from the team. And another very good thing I will say that this brings out the crazy ideas, which you might be thinking that it cannot be working, but practically when you really see that, you bring out it and it works. My dear students or the participants, I will tell you that I lead an institution called IIITDM, Indian Institute of Information Technology, which is the fraternity of the IIITs, but we are added with design and manufacturing, where we have all the, like we have computer science, electronics, communication. And in addition, we have got mechanical as well as a smart manufacturing program, where we completely, this program is designed with Industry 4.0. And one beautiful thing is that all the branches of engineering are given 6 different courses to bring out the design thinking perspective. And 6 design courses are being offered, where starting from the conceptual design to a prototyping in 6 different semesters, first semester onwards to the 6th semester. Students finally work in a interdisciplinary project, and it is very meticulously seen that all the branches of the students are joined together to work for a particular objective. And to take it forward, we also do some kind of industry conclave from the MSMEs and as well as the industries around. And it is located at Chennai, and Chennai is a manufacturing hub, so, and also a software hub. So we take the problems from the MSMEs, we take the problems from the industries, create the groups, create the mentors, and we create an industry conclave every semester so that the people from outside come and see the prototype designed by the students. And this culture is being developed for every batch of students. So this is the way you must be knowing in NEP 2020 also, there is a big push for the design thinking. This in fact helps students to solve complex problem solving. So this is coming to, in fact, it might be done on a smaller scale in the curriculum, but this hackathon concept or this problem solving on a particular theme is coming up in the curriculum itself. So the students, I wish all of you who are participating in this particular SRIIH 2021 to all best of luck, and think it is from the perspective of that you are here to gain knowledge, to do something. And the themes being put up by the CSI is a wonderful, like these 10 themes, whatever has been put, I was going through, is really the call of the day. Whether you talk about the healthcare, whether you talk about governance or whatever you talk about, these are the things which is really has significance in our day-to-day life. And I wish all of you and convey my sincere thanks to the CSI Kolkata chapter for organizing such a large scale event. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Majhi. It was really motivating for the students, as well as we got to know about the institution a lot. Next, I would request Dr. N.R. Banerjee, former Vice-Chancellor, Bengal Engineering and Science University, Shibpur, and also Chairman of IST West Bengal section, to provide the speech by the guest of the honor. Sir.
Honorable Chairperson of the session, Honorable Vice-Chancellor, MAKAUT, Professor Saikat Moitra, Professor Majhi, all other dignitaries, members of CSI, delegates, and others, I convey to you on behalf of ISTE West Bengal section a very good morning and our good wishes for the success of this hackathon which you have organized today. And it will be continued tomorrow as well, as I understand. Now, I believe that in this technology-driven human society, where the ecosystem is basically based on the progress of technology and science, we cannot conceive technology without science. And at the same time, both science and technology will have to be humanized. You know, we engineers, we sometimes forget we are never cogs in the wheels. We have to humanize the environment. We cannot forget the human being. And when we consider the human being, we have to think how we grew up in course of our upbringing, right from our childhood. I still remember, it rings on my ears, my drawing teacher in the school. I was brought up in Kharagpur, a railway township, small township, and my drawing teacher in the schools once told us rather, that you must see every day, look at the nature, the green leaves of trees, the flowers, the blue sky, and then and only then you will find how you are a part of the entire system. And innovativeness, creativity, all these will be generated. And that's how we went on drawing pictures, painting, so on and so forth. At the same time, when we grew up, we had to learn humanities, but it should not be for the sake of learning. You know, we in the AICTE and also in the National Board of Accreditation, we have laid a lot of emphasis on engineers and society. So from that concept, I would request all the delegates to ponder that and remember that we have to drive technology towards fulfillment of human desire, towards desire for advancement in economy, in social development, in various value-driven activities. And we should not focus only on the art of technology, but at the same time, while we master technology through processes like hackathon, systems like hackathon, we have to remember, and we cannot forget that aspect also, that whatever we do keeping eyes in the future, and future of civilization lies in the hands of engineers. I won't say not only hands. When I use the word engineers, I include scientists and technologists as well, and other professionals. And while we drive this, we have to remember that the will continue to drive. It will be driving us towards a world of equality, fraternity, teamwork, value driven. And that's how humanization will count. And I still remember, all of you remember, Robert Oppenheimer, what was his reaction after the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bomb blast. Now, he tears rolled out of his eyes, and he thought that he should not have discovered this. I wish our engineers do not face a situation where their prowess, by prowess I mean technological prowess, their knowledge of mathematics, that those are never utilized for the destruction of humanity or our civilization. Ours is a poor country. The world today is poorer, much poorer in the post-pandemic situation. But we have to reverse. How can we reverse? We can reverse by the sweat of our brow, by our hands, by our mind, and above all, by our soul. And once we are able to do this, it will be possible for us to change the dynamics of the environment. The will move towards advancement. And I do believe that our students, they are like our children. And through the process of hackathon, whatever they do should be towards supporting eradication of poverty, bringing smiles on the teeming millions, wiping off tears from the toiling masses, the peasants, the farmers, the industrial workers, the rickshaw pullers, and everyone. And that's how human society will be developing, and that will be our unique contribution. Please, my dear delegates, please remember that India is second to none, especially our knowledge of technology, our knowledge of mathematics and other sciences. So let us think of that and let us work together for the progress of human civilization, not only of India, but the entire world. So let us advance ourselves, our thoughts, our minds, all the processes this way. With these words, I'm extremely happy to wish you success, all of you, in your endeavor as well as in your profession through a practice of hackathon, appreciating the basic principle of hackathon, which is teamwork, creativity, and innovation. Innovation for advancement of society, for humanization of work environment. So let us march ahead. Choroi beti, let us march ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your illuminating words. If you remember me, sir, you were our Vice-Chancellor when I was working as a lecturer at IT in Besu, 2006 to 2008.
Oh, yes. Yes, I do remember.
Right, sir.
Although I've become very old. That's nice. Nice to remember you.
Who says that you are old? When who says that you are old? Other than Mrs. Banerjee, nobody will say you are old. You are still as young as I have seen you 10 years ago in B college.
You are youngest.
I know. And I have put the hat so that you can find out I am old or not.
Yeah.
In fact, I have seen in the same state when working with him on an NBA chairman committee. He was the chairman. And sir, you are the same, still young.
Thank you for your kind words.
Pleasure meeting, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for this inspiring words. Now, next, I would like to request Professor Dr. A. Damodaram, CS Professor, CSCJ NTU, and former Vice-Chancellor, Sri Venkateswara University, Tirupati, to deliver his speech. Sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. Distinguished dignitaries, invitees, guests, Professor J.K. Mandalji, who is my friend, organizers, faculty members, participants, invitees, and guests. Good morning to all of you. I firstly wish to express my heartfelt thanks to the CSI Kolkata chapter for inviting me to be the chief guest of today's inaugural function of the first national hackathon on self-reliance based intelligent India hackathon with the theme post-COVID-19 future world. The year 2020 has definitely been very turbulent, uncertain, and challenging one to all of us on account of the COVID-19 pandemic. In spite of the astronomical advancements in technology, especially in the field of engineering and medicine, we stood still exposed in our preparedness to handle the large-scale human mortality. The world stands in need of technology assisted solutions more than ever before. Competence in science and technology is like competence in language. Today, our young budding innovators, entrepreneurs, engineers, graduates need to showcase a strong element of problem-solving acumen, which is technology-enabled that provides smart and quick solutions to the big problems of the world, such as climate change, agriculture, health, education, etc. For this, they need to be trained early to take on big challenges and work for providing solutions encompassing interdisciplinary environments. Hackathon events provide the platform and serve in this direction. Computer science, in some way or other, is becoming fundamental to most disciplines. Engineering disciplines have to adapt to this new reality. It has not only to integrate more than with the pure sciences, but integrate better with the humanities and social sciences too. It is required to inculcate a maker, innovator, entrepreneurial mindset amongst young graduates. Once again, hackathon platforms provide the first step to the students. However, these graduates will require different competencies and need to be educated differently. A broad-based understanding and study of contemporary technologies and society, alongside the mindset to deal with uncertainty, to innovate, to self-respect, self-reflect, and collaborate. And for this, once again, hackathons provide the good environment. Post-COVID, the focus has been data, more significantly than ever before. And the need for skills in data modeling, data science, and the smarter and far more efficient data scientists. Analytics and data science are becoming very critical and during the recovery times. Also, skills in IoT and edge computing are playing a very important role to make meaningful decisions from the insights that the data throws up. Also, cloud computing too is playing a very important role for customers' interactions, workforce collaborations, and operational fluidity. The manufacturing industry needs to provide the needed support to the healthcare industry to maintain the consistent supply for healthcare equipment. Businesses are becoming almost online, thus requiring the need for e-commerce support, example, creation and maintenance of online platforms. COVID-19 pandemic has accelerated technology adoption with digital transformation process becoming a reality in many businesses. In this direction, artificial intelligence and analytics are two playing a critical role in driving the innovations, leading the companies towards a new normal in the post-COVID world. Due to frequent uncertainties and changing business needs, the predictive power of artificial intelligence and analytics are playing a crucial role in helping business navigate through these changes. It would not be wrong to say AI has been a driving force in almost all the business segments. In this backdrop, it is essential to bring frameworks and practices to ensure ethical, transparent, and accountable use of AI technologies. On account of COVID, customer preferences have been changing drastically, and artificial intelligence and machine learning are finding extensive use to understand them and their product purchases, thus requiring not only the recommendation engines to evolve, but the different algorithms to be smart and specific enough to design an on-the-fly product offering for the individual customer in its scope based on their needs, circumstances, and preferences. Hence, AI-based solutions are helping companies detect newer purchasing patterns and deliver a more personalized experience to the customers. Computer vision-based tools and developments have become particularly popular since the outbreak of COVID to ensure business continuity. It has been deployed to identify masks and monitor social distancing to stop the spread of COVID, and several startups are beginning to provide the solutions to enterprises. There is an increased adoption of computer vision to identify defects in manufacturing, the PPE compliance, and several occupational health and safety use cases. Computer vision technology would continue to be deployed to ensure the safety of the workforce even after operations are resumed post the reduction of the threat of virus. Its integration with the CCTV camera platforms provides for surveillance, monitoring, and security purposes while ensuring social distancing, detecting body temperature, facial recognition, among others. Natural language generation, NLG, is increasingly gaining momentum in the COVID and post-COVID world. The companies are looking to serve their customers with a proper contextual narrative instead of just collating data in dashboards and reports, and NLG plays a huge part in constructing such narratives. COVID-19 has also created a paradigm shift in the perception of the business, and they are shifting their work over the cloud, whether hybrid, multi, or private. With businesses accelerating their journey towards cloud and digital adoption to minimize human touchpoints, it is creating substantial business opportunities for tech companies. The need for robots and machines has become more than ever before in the post-COVID world. The virus has only hastened what was a steady march towards a more digitized, data-driven world. Intelligent chatbots and robots that harness the power of AI would enable great engagement and retention in the coming days. They would help organizations evolve from being purely transactional to a relational engagement model. COVID has triggered a major recalibration in the purpose of AI around speed, safety, and precision. The future will see a sweeping shift to 5G, breakthroughs in cybersecurity, responsive and self-calibrating machine learning models, replacing traditional static models, and large-scale AI-powered automation. This shift will be powered by a greater trend of accelerated digitization and data-driven decision-making across organizations. with social distancing and sanitation measures, there would be a faster pickup of automation technologies, whether in the form of ordering kiosks in restaurants, checkout, free shopping, or robot sanitation machines. The use of augmented analytics would also gain prominence as it will simplify unbiased decision making while eliminating early hypotheses by offering a 360-degree view of the data structures, closing capability gaps, and yielding outputs beyond numbers and figures. A large population is now getting used to online shopping, and the trend is here to stay even in the post-pandemic scenario. Companies need to deal with a large scale of orders while automating decision making. All decision making need to be automated and must work at scale. The pandemic has played a significant role in enabling digital transformation at an unprecedented speed. The pandemic has made digital transformation the new foundation of the future, and this is prevalent in every sector today, be it whether it healthcare, education, or public services. The trend is going to further increase in the coming days with AI and ML. AI was always a critical enabler, but the pandemic has accelerated its adoption and use. It has emerged as a major reagent for digital transformation, from speeding up clinical trials to online shopping, preventing credit card fraud to responsive customer service, virtual learning to food delivery, and telemedicine to digital payments. AI is playing a compelling role. In the post-pandemic era, AI and ML techniques such as reinforcement and distributed learning will create agile systems to handle multifaceted business situations. The COVID-19 pandemic has affected every aspect of human endeavor and none more so than education. The suggested approaches to providing education in this time of crisis has centered around the use of technology. The internet being the overwhelming choice for the transport of content, while the actual delivery has been achieved using all flavors of learning management systems, custom developed platform, and standalone applications. A close second has been the use of cellular networks coupled with the smartphones that allow for a rich multimedia experience. Innovation has and will have a major role in accelerating India's growth story. The uncertainty created by the pandemic and the allocation of the relief package for an Atmanirbhar Bharat presents opportunities for innovative disruptions across sectors. However, the nation can leverage its existing skill and innovation base in healthcare, agriculture, education, and infrastructure to help fast track the creation of a resilient, self-sufficient new India. COVID-19 is having an unprecedented impact on the economy, disrupting various sectors and business units. To help the economy recover, strengthen supply chains across industries, and promote domestic production, the government has announced an 20 lakh crore rupees economic package under the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. The mission is to make India self-reliant in key economic sectors and improve resilience to future geo-economic shocks. While the package targets a wide array of sectors, a few key ones especially lend themselves to innovations and widespread participation by the MSME and startup ecosystem of the country. These include healthcare, agriculture or food processing, education, infrastructure. I am sure that the various categories listed in this hackathon, but not limited to, does provide the participants ample opportunities to exhibit their talent and innovation. My best wishes to all of them. Lastly, I congratulate the organizers for conducting this 3-day first national hackathon on self-reliance based intelligent India hackathon, and I am confident that this hackathon will successfully culminate in showcasing smart and innovative solutions to the pressing problems. I wish the hackathon all the success. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Damodaram, for the wonderful speech and illuminating us about the various aspects of ML and AI. Next, I will request Professor A.K. Nayak, Advisor IIBM and former President Computer Society of India, to kindly deliver the speech. Sir. Professor A.K. Nayak, please, sir.
Thank you very much for inviting me to say something on this auspicious occasion. Honorable Chief Guest of this today's first ever National Hackathon organized by the Computer Society of India Kolkata chapter under the dynamic and vibrant leadership of the President, Mr. Aniruddha Nag, and his team. Honorable Dr. Saikat Maitra, the Chief Patron of this National Hackathon. Honorable Patron of this National Hackathon, Dr. Sanyal ji. Respected other dignitaries who have been present here. Honorable Vice-Chancellor of the Veer Surendra University, Sambalpur, Odisha. Honorable Vice-Chancellor, former Vice-Chancellor of Mr. Venkateswara University, that is at Tirupati, Dr. Damodaran. Honorable Dr. Majhi, the Director of the IIITDM. Honorable and my brother, beloved brother, Dr. Dipti Prasad Mukherjee, the respected Acting Director of the Indian Statistical Institute, Kolkata. Dr. Radha Tamal Goswami ji, the respected Director of the Techno International Group. My younger brother and beloved Dr. J.K. Mandal ji from the Kalyani University and former chairman of the CSI Kolkata chapter. The most senior most member and fellow of the Computer Society of India and former chairman of the Computer Society of India Kolkata chapter, and one of my guide and mentor, Dr. Sri Sumabal Kunduji. I can proudly tell who has brought me to this Computer Society of India forum in 1986, and other very vibrant and dignitaries member of the Computer Society of India Kolkata chapter, the former vibrant chairman of the CSI Kolkata chapter, Gautam Hajra, the secretary of the CSI Kolkata, vice chairman of the CSI Kolkata chapter, Dr. Saurabh Chakravarti, Snehashis, and other dignitaries, many of them. I just pay my respect to each of them on this auspicious occasion. Honorable professors, dignitaries, invited people, keynote speakers, and more than 500 number of participants to this hackathon who are participating in the various competitions and showcasing their innovation and their different proposals also. Very good morning to all of you and hearty congratulations to all of you. One thing I will have to compliment on this occasion, ना हर रात को चांद नसीब होता है, ना हर रात को चांद नसीब होता है, ना हर इंसान को मंजिल प्राप्त होता है, ना हर इंसान को मंजिल प्राप्त होता है, ना हर समारोह में इतने महानुभाव का उपस्थित होता है. I must have to compliment to the CSI Kolkata chapter and particularly the chairman of the CSI Calcutta chapter and the convener of this great event, for assembling so many number of dignitaries and personalities on this occasion. My dear friends, everybody knows that the Computer Society of India Calcutta chapter is the center point of the activities and providing the vibrancy and dynamism to the CSI, Computer Society of India as a whole, and particularly at the eastern part of the country. There is no doubt, as our beloved chairman of the CSI Calcutta chapter, Mr. Aniruddha Nag, has explained that the Calcutta chapter is one of the founder chapter of the Computer Society of India, because the CSI took birth from this place of the historical city of the Kolkata by few individuals in the year 1965. The CSI incepted from Kolkata and registered at Hyderabad, and having the national headquarters at Mumbai and having the National Education Directorate at Chennai. In that respect, I can tell the Calcutta has shown the way to the Computer Society of India to be integrated and to be nationalized and covering all corners of the country, whether it is east, west, north, or south, which satisfy the great Pankti of Bhagavad Gita, Aham nijo parveti swabhav lagchitsang udara chetsang cha vasudhaiva kutumbakam. Today, starting from the few professionals from the Kolkata, it is having more than 1.25 lakhs of the members and spread by near about 80 number of chapters and more than 500 number of the student branches. So that is why I have told this is the Calcutta chapter is the chapter which has shown the way to the other chapters. It can be considered, I have told, it is the center point of the activities of the Computer Society of India in the eastern part of the country. That I can tell, Jajjada charati shrestha tattada itare jana सहजत प्रमाण कुरुते जनाहा तदनुवर्तते। अर्थात महत जन जो रास्ता पर चलते हैं, जो मार्ग पर चलते हैं और सब लोग उसी को अनुसरण करते हैं, वो जो पथ प्रदर्शन करता है उसी पथ पर सब लोग चलते हैं. That is really true what Calcutta chapter shows, and it is the really pioneer and leader of functioning and grooming of all the chapters of the eastern part of the country, whether it be the state of Odisha, Bengal, Assam, Bihar, Jharkhand, whatever it may be, in general in the national forum and in particular in the eastern region forum. And today this is a great history has been created in the pages of the achievement pages of the CSI Calcutta chapter, that organizing the first ever national hackathon. There is nothing to be told regarding what is the purpose of organizing the hackathon, because that has been told by several dignitaries who have been present today on this auspicious occasion. But to our mind, hackathon can be interpreted in two ways. The hackathon might be considered as an event where the collaborative approach can be done and collaborative effort can be done by the programmers and others to take a joint project. In other words, the hackathon also provide an environment where competition can be taken place, for what purpose this hackathon has been organized today, where more than 500 participants will be showcasing their new proposals and their innovativeness and their research capability. So very novel work that has been done, particularly in the current time when we are talking of the trends of the computing and the trends of the information technology is moving and catalyzing in such a great manner that everyday changes are happening. So in this field, we always tell that changes are so frequent, rather we define the changes in the field of computer, ICT, information and computer information and the computer technology, that change remains, the changes remains a constant in the field of the CS, computer science and information technology. Because every moment there is a change, changes are the continuous, perhaps it is the branch of the study, it is the branch of the application where the changes have been changed, the definitions. Paribhasha bhi badal deta hai. There might be the changes, there might be the updation, there might be the latest research, and there might be the innovation in other branches of the science and technology and the subjects, but nowhere the definition have been changed. In mathematics, there might be a lot of theorems have been derived, a lot of new updation has been taken place, but this definition of a right angle remains 90 degree. What it has been read by our parents, our father, and it has been taught to me, and it has been taught to my children and their children also. But it is the field of computer science and information technology, and it is only the computing technology where the concepts and trends are being changed from day to day. Even the definitions are changing due to the emergence development of many kinds of latest abilities and computational techniques. Today, that's the point. Today, that the circumstances has compelled us, and today we are always talking of it is the time of the integration of the technology. The computing technology cannot be kept isolated. Whether you tell that starting from the networking to high-speed networking, whether you tell it is the environment of the classical computing concept has already been over, and we are coming to the quantum computing, and with latest number of the emerging computing technologies, whether you start from the embedded computing or cloud computing or smart computing or nano computing or green computing or social computing or smart computing or sensor computing, biocomputing, or atomic computing, whatever it may be, and empowered with the different facets of the applications of the artificial intelligence. Many of the respected personalities have already mentioned the key role and the central role of the artificial intelligence and machine language in the context of the latest contest. But I must have to told the artificial intelligence is not a very new concept. That the artificial intelligence has been a concept which has been evolved in the 1956, and with the first development of the expert system, medical expert system in the United States of America. And in India, we are quite fortunate that the father of the artificial intelligence in India had been from the West Bengal and from the Kolkata, associated with the Indian Statistical Institute. I must have to remember that great personality on this day, Dr. D. Datta Majumdar. So the thing is that the artificial intelligence got empowered from time to time, whether you talk of the things that it started in 1956, and along with the networking concept established in 1973 with the ARPANET, or the interconnectivity of the network, which what we have got in the mid of the 90s, that is internet, and involvement of the voice synthesis, sound synthesis, image processing, and multimedia communications, and all the things and varieties of the database system that has came according to the requirement of the time has empowered the application of the artificial intelligence. That is why I do remember a great line of Swami Vivekananda, what Swamiji has told, necessity is the mother of invention. Necessity is the mother of invention, and every cover is uncovered when it is discovered. प्रत्येक आच्छादित चीज तब उन्मेलित हो जाता है जब इसका आविष्कार हो जाता है. Every baby borns with the infinite potentiality, but it depends on him how that potentiality can be converted into the kinetic form as the baby grows age-wise. And as much as he can be able to convert into kinetic form, that level of scale of excellence can be achieved by that individual. What Swamiji had told, because necessity is the mother of invention, and that is why so much technological upgradation, so far as the computing technology has concerned, that became the demand of the time and tackle to the exponential growth of the data and the information that came from time to time. Whether you tell that we started with the isolated data concept in 1960 by the introduction of the scientific computing. In 70s, we started the business computing, and with the involvement of the data became more and volume of data to organize that effectively file management concept come, and exponential growth has been there, so that later to that database management, relational database management, data mining, data warehousing, big data and data science, all these things came. Accordingly, artificial intelligence got empowered and brought it in the form of the business intelligence, computational intelligence, and today we are talking of the emotional intelligence. My dear friends, it is the time of the integration of the technologies, the integration of the computing technologies. As you know, if you consider a simple example of the IoT, Internet of Things and Internet of Everything, which is empowering the Industry 4.0, and we are at the doorstep of the Industry 5.0. That is the integration of many computing technologies. Sensor computing is there. Okay, artificial intelligence is there, embedded concept is there. So that is the time, that is the requirement of time. And under this situation, I must have to compliment the Kolkata chapter and organizing these kinds of national hackathon first ever in the country really has given a big opening to the young participants and to explore their talents, to showcase their talent, to showcase their innovation, to showcase their imagination, to showcase their research ability. And along with that, the organization of 3 keynote speakers by well-known dignitaries of the international stature has added the flavor, added the colors. And what is the basic purpose? Because our youths are quite capable, they have the talent, they have the knowledge, but many of the time they cannot be able to express their knowledge before others. That is the thing, but these kinds of hackathon, these kinds of competition will bring them forward so that they can expose their knowledge, they can enhance their communication ability, what knowledge they are having. Because I do remember somebody has told, वो ज्ञान ज्ञान नहीं होता है जो संचारित नहीं होता है, वो ज्ञान ज्ञान नहीं होता है जो संचारित नहीं होता है, वो प्रतिभा प्रतिभा नहीं होता है जो विकसित नहीं होता है, तो प्रतिभा प्रतिभा नहीं होता है वो विकसित नहीं होता है, वो आलोक आलोक नहीं होता है जो प्रकाशित नहीं होता है, वो आलोक आलोक नहीं होता है जो प्रकाशित नहीं होता है, एंड वो कामयाबी कामयाबी नहीं होता है जिसका प्रतिबिंब नहीं होता है. I do think perhaps this is the concept which will be realized by organization of this hackathon. The participants will be able to communicate and interact. The participant will be able to expose their talent, and the participant will be able to enlight their light, and the participant will be able to provide the and establish their success and having the prove their talents. That is the basic purpose of this hackathon. With these words, once again, I congratulate the organizers once again, and particularly the great spirit of this CSI Kolkata chapter under the guidance of the so many fellows and pioneers. I salute each of them and extend my folded hand to salute them. As well as I also thanks Mr. Jyoti Sekhar Banerjee, the dynamic convener of this event, along with the dynamic chairman, Dr. Aniruddha Nag, and the past chairman, Mr. Gautam Hadra, and Saurabh, and all these teams, very cohesive team they are having, and they are doing excellent job since last 2-3 years, varieties of events. HC Kolkata chapter has been pioneer, always pioneer, but since last 2-3 years, the team is doing so good work. There is no word to praise them. So with these things, I once again express my gratitude and millions of thankfulness to all the organizers, and pray to the God, everybody who have been connected with this hackathon today, may God bless each of them to pick up the daffodils, from the paradise of their future career. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Good morning once again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your motivational words. Now, next, I would like to request the mentor of SRIIH 2021, Professor Dr. R.T. Goswami, Director, Techno International Newtown, and ex-chairman of Computer Society of India, Kolkata chapter, to deliver his speech. Sir.
Mothusi, you see that sir is present or
not? I have to see that whether he has joined or not.
Professor Goswami, you are present?
R.T. Goswami, sir.
Can we move on, sir?
Yeah, sir, I don't think that he has joined, so move
Next,
ahead.
I will request Dr. J.K. Mondal, Chairman of the Technical Committee SRIIH 21, former Chairman CSI Kolkata Chapter, Chairman IIT Kolkata Center, as well as Professor Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Kalyani University, to kindly deliver the speech. Sir.
Respected Vice-Chancellor, MAKAUT, Professor Saikat, Honorable Director Acting, Dipti Mukherjee, former Vice-Chancellor of BESU, Honorable Vice-Chancellor, Professor Dr. Manas Kumar Sanyal, my esteemed colleague, friend, and aspirant of CSI Kolkata chapter in various activities. Dr. Abhula Damodaram, my old friends and former Vice-Chancellor, Tirupati, Venkateswara University. We have Professor Bansidhar Majhi, Director, IIITDM, Chennai, my old friends and aspirant of all activities since 90s, Professor Dr. A.K. Nayak, Mr. Sumimal Kundu, D.P. Sinha, Chairman, Kolkata Center, Office Bearer, Kolkata Center, MC members of Kolkata Center, all faculty members, mentors of each team, participants, all experts, judges of this event. Very good morning to all of you. On behalf of the organizer, as a program chair, I would like to enlighten a few words about this proceedings of hackathon. So we have started in a virtual world during July, I think, when we have planned this event. It was extremely difficult situation in June, July during this period for COVID situations, lockdown and others. CSI Kolkata chapter has taken bold approach to host this hackathon. Primarily, we have thought that maybe done in November, December, but we have ultimately decided to host it in January, end of January, because at that time it was not known that when the situation of COVID will be normal. Still, we are facing in a new normal situation. There are a lot of restrictions there, and that we have organizing in online event basis. And at that moment, when we have started thinking of organizing this event, that how we'll get the response in this pandemic situation, how we can organize such an event so that Pan India can join to explore their knowledge and to disseminate their knowledge to the society and to the greater cause of the society. If we think of a situation in 2019 January, it was a normal situation. Everyone of us are thinking in a direction. If we think of January 2020, some fearing situations were there, some directions were coming, how to protect, how to mitigate. And now, January 2021, we are thinking that how do we enhance ourselves, protect ourselves, move forward as a post-COVID scenario. And the situation, along with the situation, the invention, the procedure, the motivation, the directions of research, the directions of implementation, directions of innovations has been perturbed and direction has been changed towards the need of the society. We never think of that we should go for a mask. When sanitization were discovered and proposed, he was punished. But now this sanitization saves a lot in this new normal world and this COVID situation. So in this situation, we have thought that we should go for organizing the self-reliance based sustainable development directives, and it should come from the young mind. They should explore. We never thought that we should go for a censor, that when my finger will come to my nose, towards my nose, the buzzer will come. Buzzer will ring. Have you thought it in 2019? Never we thought it. We never thought that we should go for a gloves and some sanitizer will sparkle after 10 minutes on your hands automatically. We never thought that we should go for this type of online situations in India. We never took a single class prior to March 2020 through online mode. But everyone, mass of India now habituated. From rural to urban area, everyone has a mobile app going for class. And that is why, you see, there may be much loss, but still we could minimize something in terms of technology. And that technological advancement will come out with the search of this marathon 48 hours starting today. So in this event, we have 8 verticals and we have a set of judge for each vertical. And for each vertical, we have number of participants, but number of groups also they will judge. So dear participants, please remind that the checkpoints are not only the checkpoints. Checkpoints are your evaluation and suggestions to be given for your improvement. And the judges will be given the marks in each checkpoints online, separately by each judge. And it will be accumulated online. So, at a particular point, suppose checkpoint 1, your thought is being taken, some attributes are there for your marks. You please comply that so that you can get maximum marks. Then checkpoint 2, they have given some suggestions. You have implemented the suggestions or you have incorporated the suggestions. You justify it. Again, your marks will be enhanced. And that marks is not attributed to the previous marks. Same attribute is not there. It's different. So 3 set of checkpoint has 3 set of objectives. Each set of attribute has a separate potential and importance. So don't take it lightly that I'll complete after 2 days and I'll give a good feedback and I will get good marks. No, that average marks will be there. Because the first checkpoint, second checkpoint and third checkpoint, that will be average. And then on 31st, you have to upload a 2-minute video. Don't be casual. Because along with these marks, a separate team will evaluate along with some of the members of this team that videos. And they will assign again the marks, which will be evaluated in the associative and collective manner to find out best 20 teams and best teams, best 3 teams. So this is the scenario and the methodology we have adopted. I would like to thank Dr. Jyoti Sekhar Banerjee for his enormous effort. The young blood, so a lot of young bloods we have got in Kolkata chapter, Kolkata arena for arranging various activities. I'm happy with that. Last few years we are serving that who will hold our flag, because we are marching towards, I think Professor knows that we have started since 1990, 83, something like that. Still now we are moving ahead. So some young blood should come. So I have seen a lot of aspirants here, those who are coming forward. And as a result, more than 500 participants have participated across the country. And every day I used to receive a number of phone calls. That's how we do. And another thing is that when you are doing your work on this 48 hours, you take assistance of your mentor. This is free. You have assisted your mentor. You have just given you the permission to take your mentor's help to uplift and upgrade your design, innovativeness, need of the society, applicability of the society. So these are the things that we are going to incorporate as a program chair. I'm enlightening you to be serious. Take enjoyment of design, not design as a burden. What is your design? Very small design can give you an enormous upliftment. Don't think that a complex design will give you a good outcome. No. So enjoy your design, enjoy hackathon, enjoy everything. So welcome you all in this hackathon. Thank you all very much for coming to this inaugural session. Over to Banerjee.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your motivational speech. We come to know that Dr. R.T. Goswami couldn't join this inaugural ceremony of Hackathon SRIIH 2021 due to some medical emergency. Now, we have reached to the end of this inaugural ceremony. On behalf of the team of SRIIH 2021, the first national hackathon on self-reliance based intelligent India, I would like to thank all the participants who have joined this inaugural session and registered themselves as the team. I would like to thank our convener, Dr. Jyoti Sekhar Banerjee, who is behind all these things, and our chairman, CSI Kolkata chapter, Dr. Aniruddha Nag, and all the honorable vice chancellors present today to deliver their speech and motivate us to perform and to run this event, and our guest of honor and all the dignitaries present here. I would like to thank you all for be present here in this inaugural ceremony. And now I would like to tell you that we have come to the end of this inaugural ceremony, and after the lunch, post-lunch session will begin at 2 p.m. where Dr. Siddhartha Bhattacharya, Professor of Christ University, Bangalore, will give his keynote address. So thank you all. Thank you for joining this inaugural session. Nice to see you all, and hope to see you at 2 o'clock. Thank you.
Mr. Shumimol Kundu, please, you can say you are raising hand.
I just wanted to thank all the speakers who, in spite of their very busy schedule, they have come to this meeting. I wanted to name I have wrote down their names, indeed, to individually thanks, but then it appears the time is up. I cannot thank them individually. I can think of thanking all, at least few people, Dr. Saikat Mitra, Manas, Mr. Majhi, Atal Chaudhuri, Dipti Mukherjee, Banerjee, J.K. Mondal, yourself also. Articulation could not come. Actually, you have done tremendous job. I know the tremendous job that you have done. I know at least some of the other people, among others, I know. And our chairman, Aniruddha Nag, has spent a lot of time and energy. J.K. Mondal has also helped. I thank all of you. I thank the participants also for the successful conclusion of the opening ceremony. Thank you.
I wish to add also to Abhishek and Motusi as well. Thank you very much.
I forgot Motushi's name. I wanted to name, I wrote that name, but I forgot. Motushi, please don't mind.
No, sir, thank you so much.
Thank you, DP Sinha, sir. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
So thank you. Thanks for this session. We are going to start our next session at 2 p.m. sharp. Thank you. We are ending our session now.